Hey guys, Pastor Sam here with this week's weekly video update here, giving you some of the 411 on what's going on at Sacred City Moline. I realize, I was supposed to do this last week. I blew it. Power was out. In my defense, power was out. We didn't have internet for most of the week last week. But here I am coming at you back on the horse, week 3 of this update of what's going on here and how you can be connected. If you were with us on Sunday, you know we wrapped up our short series on revival, and I'm just so grateful to God for that 4 weeks that we had to really dive into what is revival and to kind of stoke our longing for revival. I've been super encouraged by the feedback and hearing how God's sort of been at work and changing and giving you an excitement for the gospel and seeing God to do big things and wanting to be part of that here in the Quad Cities. And so I just pray that God would continue to take some of this momentum, take these longings that we have that He's sort of instilled in us, and He would develop them, and more we'd be people who crave this deep down in our bones. As we have wrapped up revival, we're moving into our next sermon series. We're going to spend a good portion, the remainder of this year into I think maybe it's even into March, in Matthew chapter 5 through 7, looking at the famous Sermon on the Mount where Jesus gathers people to Himself here on a mountainside, and He's speaking to them and He's talking to them about the kingdom of heaven. And so I'm really looking forward to this. I think this is going to be another great sermon series that God gives us here as we're exploring what does it mean for us to be kingdom people, right? To be aware of the kingdom of God, that it's at hand, it's here, it's present right now, Jesus tells us, and what it looks like for God to be making us the type of people who are fit for the kingdom of God. And so I hope that you would join us either online or in person as we spend the next several months in the Sermon on the Mount. I'm really looking forward to this. The next thing I want to make you aware of is that Pastor Justin has had this desire in his heart. We've been talking about this for several months about having an event for men, talking about men's discipleship, specifically with men, and what it means for us to be men who have been called forth by God to lead our families in the workplace and in the church, and to be stewards of our own discipleship and seeing to the discipleship of other people. And so on August 29th, it's a Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., we're going to just go back to this discussion of what is biblical manhood and sort of hit the reset button here. And so I want to invite you to join me and join the rest of Sacred City Davenport for this men's discipleship event. I think there'll be donuts and coffee provided. You should see information about this on Realm. I'd love to see you there for that. And it's open for young men all the way up to men. If you're a great grandpa or whatever you might be, we want you to be involved in this as well. And the last thing I want to touch base on here as we move into the fall, school starting back up, and one of the rhythms that we have is sort of bringing the next rotation of our membership classes. So church membership's a big deal, Sacred City. I talked about this a couple weeks ago, but here we have, I think it's September 13th. I didn't have my dates right the first time. September 13th, we're going to start having our membership. So if you are part of Sacred City Church, if you call the Sacred City your home church, you're connected to a missional community, and you're not yet a member, this is your next step in discipleship. Coming to these classes, hearing what it means to be a member of the church, and Lord willing, to take that next step and becoming a covenant member. So that's what I have for you in this week. I'm praying for you guys. I love you guys. For those of you who aren't with us yet in person on Sunday mornings, man, we miss you. We can't wait till the smoke clears of this COVID nonsense, and and just to be back in person together. We certainly do miss you. And so if there's anything I can be doing for you to help you stay connected or just to be investing in you personally, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I've been praying for you every week. But I love you guys, and we'll see you on Sunday. Take care.